Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. One sec. Welcome. Okay. All right. Today I'm going to be talking about seller financing and how I use it to wholesale real estate and buy properties. Seller financing is really, really cool. Let's go live on Instagram. We are already live on YouTube. So we'll do just like we did yesterday. Y'all seem to like that. I'm going to do a demonstration. I'm going to break down what seller financing is, why we can use it, and what the point of seller financing is. So I'm just going to wait a little bit here as we continue to gain a little bit more members. Welcome, Instagram. I can see you guys hopping in now. Hello, YouTube. Hello, TikTok. Hey, Discord. All right. Everyone want to learn how to use seller finance? I am live now. Call Andrew really quick. Thanks, Kevin. Appreciate it, man. Hey, are you still here? Can you bring me my checks? Thank you. Okay, seller finance. Guys, let's jump into it. We only have 103 people here, but that's okay. 103 people is enough. So what is seller financing and why might we use seller financing? Well, you can wholesale seller finance and you can also buy seller finance. And I hear a lot of people saying, well, I want to learn about wholesaling, not creative finance. But remember, we're wholesaling creative finance. We're wholesaling creative finance. So wholesale is an umbrella term simply for being the deal finder, getting a property under contract and passing it off to somebody. So they're not mutually exclusive. You know, you can wholesale a seller finance deal, you can wholesale a cash deal, you can wholesale a subject to deal. So not to get those two things or three things confused, all of it is doable. So I guess let's break down the point of seller finance first. Real estate investing doesn't work anymore. It doesn't work anymore. It used to work, but not anymore. What do you mean by that? Well, in almost every single state in the United States, if you buy a multifamily, the mortgage payment exceeds the rent. Isn't that crazy? So when you go to Colorado, when you go to Atlanta, when you go to literally anywhere, like literally anywhere, it doesn't work. And that is probably a recent development past 20 years. And maybe we have like 10 areas where it does work, but those are areas that are perhaps price point $150,000 and below. So y'all want to drop your some hometowns in the chat? Let's drop some hometowns in the chat. Where are we from? I just want to show you guys that real estate investing died. The solution to this is seller financing. So let's go ahead and grab a couple places. I saw a Minneapolis in the chat, guys. I see a Minneapolis. Now I'm actually an owner in Minneapolis. Now, it's not to say that real estate investing is dead. Conventional real estate investing is dead. What was happening for the past 300 years, I'm serious, past 300 years, no longer works for 90% of the places that we're looking. So the first place I saw was Minneapolis. And I'm going to be showing you guys why this doesn't work so that you understand the point of seller financing. Phoenix, great. Phoenix, we'll look at Phoenix next. Let's go to Minneapolis. and let's find a property that says investor special, looking for an investor, amazing return on investment, 10% cap rate. Let's just look at a couple of them, guys. Let's just look at a couple of them. So I'm going to put in a minimum price point of $500,000. That's pretty standard in Minneapolis. And I'm going to filter for multifamily. Multifamily is the traditional investment, guys. It's the traditional investment. Okay. All right. So I found a triplex. Let's read about it. Nicely kept 2-story colonial triplex. New roof 2023. Great location. An attractive investor. I don't know what we're talking about. An attractive investor. Or you mean to say an attractive investment? Well, they're saying that this is a good investment. So they're saying the property on my screen is a good investment. Now I'm going to show you what I mean by real estate investing no longer working. Check this out. This is the property that we're looking at. It's a triplex. It's one of the first ones I found. It says that it's a good investment. It says that it's a good investment. Well, is it a good investment? Because I'm kind of under the impression that if we were to try to buy this, it would be a bad investment. And I'm kind of under the impression that if I had just relayed the numbers to you of this deal, you'd never, ever, 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 ever want to buy it. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm an owner in Minneapolis. I know what these properties rent out for. Each unit probably goes for about $1,300. So total, it brings in probably $3,600. Now let's figure out if this thing works. They want $545, right? Anybody know how much you have to put down on a loan when you're buying a house for $545? Anybody know? Not as a primary residence. How much you got to put down when you're buying it normally? The answer is $109,000 plus closing costs. You got to put down $109,000 plus closing costs. Now, that is going to result in a $2,900 monthly payment. And if we scroll down, we can see that the taxes and insurance on this thing are actually another $850 per month. So $850, let's go ahead and add our mortgage payment to that. Mortgage payment's $2,901. Okay. So this property, here's the deal. Y'all tell me if this sounds like a good deal to you. You give me $120K. I give you, I don't. There's no money in it for you. You see, your mortgage payment's $3,700, and your tenants are paying you $3,600. So remember, if you're bringing in $3,600, are you really bringing in $3,600? Nah, you get expenses. So we're going to take 20% off the top. We're looking at $2,800 coming in on this multifamily, and we're looking at $3,700 going out. So is there anybody who do that deal? You give me 120 grand, and I'm going to continue to take from you. That's the investment. Your return on investment is negative. So you give me 120, and then you keep giving me money. When do you ever get money back? I'll tell you what, you can have money back in 15 years when it appreciates and you can sell it. Huh? What? That doesn't make sense. I don't understand. Well, 30 years ago, exact same location, that property probably cost, I don't know, 100K, 150K, exponentially less than it costs right now. And the mortgage on that property was significantly beneath the house rents out for. Now it's Minneapolis. It's not a heavy appreciation market. It just fundamentally does not work. It doesn't work. So these properties sit and sit and sit and sit and sit, and they rarely sell. Now, the next location that I was told about is Phoenix, Arizona. Let's look at Phoenix. Now, Phoenix is actually a great market, but I'll let you know, real estate investing also doesn't work over there if you're doing the conventional type of real estate investing. Let's find a property. So I'm going to grab a random property, found one. Okay. This is a multifamily in Phoenix, Arizona. It looks like a triplex. Great. It looks like a triplex. So we've got a triplex in Phoenix, Arizona. I'll go ahead and show you guys what the triplex looks like. And the point I'm trying to prove right here is this thing just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. And this is everywhere in the United States, almost everywhere in the United States, that is. There's a couple places where real estate investing still works, but this time they're looking for $580,000. Anybody know how much you have to put down when you're buying a $580,000 property? 116,000, right? And your monthly payment's $3,000, right? Now I'm going to add the taxes and insurance, which will be really cheap because it's Phoenix, Arizona. Taxes and insurance on this, only about $400 for taxes and insurance. So 400, let's go ahead and add that to our monthly payment of 3,100. Okay. So this property in Phoenix, Arizona, how much does it rent out for? Well, the units are pretty nice, but they're also pretty small. They're only about 600 square feet, 650 square feet unit. So anybody live in Phoenix? How much does a 650 square foot apartment rent out for in Phoenix? I feel like 1,200 bucks. I feel like $1,200, right? Yeah, 12. I'm gonna go with around $1,200 per month. Hell, let's call it $1,300 per month, okay? Well, this property is gonna bring in a whopping $3,900 per month. But not really, right? You've got expenses. So when you buy a rental property, 20% comes off the top, you've got expenses. That turns your 3,900 into $3,100. If you want to get started, click the link in my bio. Join Hold My Hand Wholesale, attend the class. We're talking about seller financing right now. So yeah, you bring in 3,100 and how much comes out? $3,500, $3,500. Anybody else got a city where they think real estate investing might work? Where do we think is a good real estate investing market that makes you cash flow, monthly income? What do we think? Detroit. I like that answer. Detroit is one of those few markets that still works. But yeah, guys, I'm pretty stumped too. I'm pretty stumped too. Salt Lake City. Somebody says Salt Lake City. Guys, I'll let you know, real estate investing hasn't worked in Salt Lake City for, I don't know, ages. Here's a property in Salt Lake City. It's the exact same thing. It's a triplex for 565. Right? So the problem is housing in the United States and interest rates in the United States has gotten so high and so expensive, with interest rates at the 7% mark still, and have been sitting there for 3+ years now, that real estate investing doesn't work for almost anybody. So does anybody know the type of loan that you use to buy this property? And I should probably tell you why real estate investing doesn't work. I already did, but essentially, if properties have a mortgage that is above the rent and it is only intended for an investor, like an investment property, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. The type of loan that you use to buy these is called the DSCR loan. Do you know what DSCR stands for? It stands for debt service coverage ratio. Debt service coverage ratio. What does that mean? It means if your mortgage is covered by the rent that your tenants pay, then we'll give you the loan. Debt service means mortgage. Coverage means coverage. So if mortgage is covered, you get loan. However, it's not covered. I would argue that 40 out of 50 states are negatively cash flowing states. I'd argue that 40 out of 50 states are negatively cash flowing. The places that I think are not negatively cash flowing are places where houses are 200,000 and below, right? And those places are almost gone. So real estate investing and accumulating cash flow is almost dead. It's almost dead. This is a brand new thing happening in the United States. We probably have another decade of real estate investing working in the United States, and then something has to give. You know what has to give? The method that people sell their properties. Because you can list your house here and we can bank on doctors and lawyers making really stupid ass investments, but that's not going to last forever, right? Eventually, the prices in markets like Detroit and Alabama and Jacksonville, Florida, they're going to go above $200,000. And it's not going to work anymore. It's not going to work anymore. So what do I do to combat this? What do I do to combat this? Well, I call up the owner and I say, "Hey, I'm your buyer at your asking price. I'm serious. I'm your buyer at your asking price. How do I get a loan though?" And I'll even go as far as getting my lender on the phone, and the lender will say, "Hey, he's credit worthy. He has the funds to buy this thing, but the mortgage is above the rent and it's against lending guidelines for me to give him that loan." And the seller's like, "Oh, well, what do we do? What do we do about this?" And essentially, what we do is we offer them payments. We create our own mortgage, just like old times. We're going back to old times. How did people sell property 1,000 years ago? Do you know? You just pay in cash? How did you sell property 1,000 years ago? Anybody know? Well, you could trade for it, right? You could barter for it, but more realistically, you make them payments. You make them payments. And then lending came out, and lending was great for a long time. Lending was amazing. You could get a mortgage on a property. That mortgage was below the rent. It just worked. But now, as I've just illustrated in 3 states across the United States, and I could keep going. If you're like, no, real estate investing works in my, I'll show you it doesn't work in your market. The markets where it still works: Detroit, Cleveland, Rochester, New York, Buffalo, New York, Jacksonville, Florida, Memphis, Cincinnati, Indianapolis. Cheap markets are the only places it still works, right? So 1,000 years ago, you used to buy property by making payments to the person who owned it. You couldn't buy the whole thing up front. It was too expensive. You may not have it. But yeah, Long Island, man, real estate investing hasn't worked in Long Island in terms of cash flow real estate investing for probably 40 years. Your prices are so high over there that it just doesn't work. And you have rent control over there. The only thing that you can do in Long Island is develop property. Super hard to find the land though. Or you can buy and hold for appreciation. But as you're buying and holding the property, you lose. You lose money. The mortgage exceeds what the house rents out for because prices in Long Island are crazy, crazy high, and rents are still high, but not high enough to meet the price point. So eventually, a switch is going to flip. And the switch that will flip is we no longer sell properties by getting mortgages. We no longer sell properties by paying in cash. Nobody can afford that anymore. Instead, you make payments to the homeowner. So how do I get the homeowner to agree to payments? Because that's kind of like not a very desirable thing. I mean, you're selling your property and you're supposed to receive monthly payments for it, but you were expecting a lump sum up front. I mean, that's not very good. Well, let me tell you, I'll give you 2 options here. If I approached you and I said, I'll give you $500,000 now, or I'll give you $1 million over 7 years. Well, all of a sudden, it's not that bad of an investment. You see, and let's not call it 7, let's call it 9. Let's say 9 years. I mean, I could give him 500K in cash right now, or I could give you $1 million over 9 years. What are you taking? Well, when you factor in the tax liability, you might just reconsider. Because the thing is, you have to pay 20% capital gains tax on the money that you make here. So if you were to do 500, or if you offer them 565, their asking price, you give them a down payment of $70,000, and you give them an interest rate of maybe 4 or 5%, well, your mortgage is going to be significantly cheaper. And over a 9-year period of time, the seller is going to walk away with $771,000. So not quite $1 million. But the difference is I could give you 500 now, or I could give you 771,000 over a 9-year period of time. And that's not exactly a thing that sellers are interested in now, but I've got a way to pitch it that makes it much, much, much easier to get them to say yes. But I want to show you a real life deal and why we're after this. Starting from zero, how do you pay 50,000 up front? And that's the comment that is probably the most important thing I'll say all day. We probably have about 200 people here who are not willing to take action because they think what I do takes money. I'm going to give you a very basic example of what I do. Your mom and dad want to buy a house. They want to buy a house, okay? You can wrap your head around that, right? Mom and dad want to buy a house. They want to buy a house for $400K in San Antonio, Texas. All right, let me reiterate. Your mom and dad want to buy a house, and they want to buy a house for $400K in San Antonio, Texas. In the middle of the night, you call every single house listed for $400K until one of them sells for $350. You go to your parents the next morning and say, hey, mom, hey, dad, I found one of those houses that you want to buy, but it's $350 instead of $4. I got them to take a $50,000 price drop, so I saved you $50K. And they say, great, sweetie, which one is it? And you say, ooh, I'll tell you for $5K. Did you have to spend any money for that? What do you think? Mom and dad want to buy a house. You call all the houses that are for sale. Somebody agrees to sell at a discount. They ask you who it is. And you say, I'd love to tell you, but give me $5K. Would it make sense for mom and dad to give you the $5K? I mean, you just saved them 50 racks. They cannot give you the $5K and they can spend the $45 that they would have spent extra after your fee. Would it make sense for them to give you the $5? Yeah, of course. So did you spend any money there? No. No, you just took a little bit of time to find a discount, right? So that's That is the example that lets you know you're not spending money. You're just not spending money when you're wholesaling real estate. You are the deal finder. So the question of where do I get the 50K up front? Why do we think we're buying houses? Buying houses is step 20. I'm talking about you being a deal finder here. All right, so back to seller financing, guys. Back to seller financing. Do we understand the point of seller financing and why it might be useful? Real estate investing, for the most part, what we have been used to for the past 300 years does not work anymore. 90% of places in the United States, it just doesn't work anymore. The mortgage exceeds the rent. They say, great investment opportunity, but I literally have to hold you at gunpoint for you to do the deal that they're asking. What do I mean by that? Well, you put down 120K for the unique and special opportunity to lose $1,000 a month. That means you give me 120 and I just keep taking from you. It's like robbery. It's literally like robbery. Why would you ever do a deal like that? I honestly couldn't wrap my head around it. So the solution to that is, well, let me create a mortgage that does cash flow. I don't care what the bank is lending money at. What if I give you your asking price and I make you payments that work for me and payments that work for you? You'll make money. You'll make more money over time. You'll avoid your tax liability. And how do we get somebody to say yes to that? How do we get somebody to say yes? Well, let's pull somebody from the audience and have them be my fake realtor. Let's pull somebody from the audience and have them be my fake realtor. Let's use Mike. Mike, you want to be my fake realtor? See if Mike will be my fake realtor.
Yes, sir. Let me just close my door real quick.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So we're going to have a fake phone call here. It's going to be a hypothetical, and I'm going to try to convince Mike to take payments. Now, Mike is going to be a normal seller. I don't want him to fold. I really don't want him to fold. Now, guys, my Discord is linked in my bio. It's the first link in my bio. It's called Join Hold My Hand Wholesale if you want to join. So we will go ahead and do a fake conversation for the property that is on my screen right now. The address is 1131 West Arapahoe. It's not Arafo, it's Arapahoe. West Arapahoe Ave. Interesting. You ready, Mike?
I'll try my best, brother.
All right, you're going to be the realtor, and all you need to tell me is that you are fully occupied and you got $1,200 per month in all 3 units. It's a triplex in Salt Lake City, Utah, okay? Now, I don't want you to fold. I don't want you to say, oh, I love seller financing. That sounds like a great, I don't want you to say that because that's not reality. That's not how these phone calls go. So, guys, the goal of this pitch is to get him to say yes to seller financing, but I want him to, I want him to resist, essentially. That's what I want. Okay. Hey there, is this Mike?
Yes.
Hey, Mike, I was calling you about the, oh my God, I'm going to butcher this name, Arapahoe? Is that a Native American name? Is that how you say that? It's the triplex in Salt Lake City you got here.
Yeah, I have a hard time saying it too.
Yeah, I'm an interested buyer. Is it under contract or still available?
Yeah, it's available, tenant occupied, triplex, 1,200 each unit.
Oh, great. So you're bringing in 3,600?
That's correct.
Awesome. Wow, that sounds really good. Are you guys on month-to-month leases? What does that look like?
They are month-to-month.
Month-to-month leases. Okay. I guess the reason I ask is that the highest rent you think we can get in this area, or could it go a little higher, or is that pretty good?
To be honest, I'm not sure. It's just the information that my client gave to me.
Oh, got it. Okay. Well, I'm trying to get pre-qualified on my loan here. My mortgage came in at $3,750. It's $3,750 per month. I saw that you guys said this was an excellent investment. Maybe I'm looking at this the wrong way. My lender wants me to put down about $125K with closing costs and pay $3,750 per month at a 7% interest rate. Maybe it's an appreciation market though. I'm a newer investor, but I have the money to buy this thing and I'm pre-approved, but what's the angle here? Like what do you think an investor would be looking for on something like this?
What kind of loan are you using for your lender?
I use a DSCR loan, just like an investment loan.
Yeah, that is usually a heavier price. Like if someone goes conventional, I'm not sure, but I'm not in the investor side myself, so I haven't ran those numbers. Whatever offer you feel like making, though, I could try to present to my client.
Interesting. I saw that you said seller financing available in the description. Is that because the mortgage is kind of above the rent?
Yeah, so there currently is a balance on there on the mortgage. They owe like $242 on it.
Okay, cool. So in theory, and honestly, I didn't even know that you guys were looking for seller financing until I saw the description. That's actually excellent here. So in theory, we could give you guys a down payment and monthly payments, and regardless of my lender's payment and monthly payment, I could probably structure numbers that are below your rent. Like maybe I could be all in this deal for like $2,200, $2,300, and you're rented out for $3,500. I mean, that would make sense to me. Is that something your client's still open to?
It's just a matter. What will we do with the loan that they owe? They have like about a $2,300 payment on that loan right now.
Oh man, 2,300. Let me double check that. Yeah, I do see a really high monthly payment here. I'll be honest, I guess I'll ask you, if I came to you and I said, "Hey, you give me this down payment, but you're not going to make any money per month," would you do the deal?
No.
Well, I would do your deal as long as my monthly payments can be somewhere around, say, $2,500 maximum. You think there's a way for us to get there?
So you're saying that my client gets their mortgage taken care of and you give them an extra $200 on top, or is that what you're saying, or am I misunderstanding?
Well, honestly, it may not be a fit period because I'm just thinking if your client pays, maybe this isn't accurate. I mean, maybe the 23 isn't what it's really at, but if your client pays $2,300, taxes and insurance bring me up to $3,000 per month just as it sits right here. So your client pays like $3K a month on this thing?
I think so. I'm not 100% honest. I can check, but if you can prepare an offer for me before I ask them, probably better.
Yeah. Well, I'll look into it a little bit more, but honestly on this one it might be a bit of a pickle because we'll pause it. So guys, we kind of threw a spoke in our negotiation because as I'm having this fake call with him, I see that they're actually down to seller finance. I accidentally clicked on one and they're down to seller finance. And then the conversation took a little bit of a turn here as Mike brought up the mortgage payment. They probably pay about 28 to 3,000, maybe even 3,200 bucks a month if this is accurate here. So I'm actually going to pause the negotiation and call the realtor. I'm going to call the realtor because they're actually looking for this. And I didn't expect that because I was thinking that, oh, we're going to have this conversation about, converting him to seller finance. But guys, look at the description here. Check this out. I accidentally clicked on one that says seller financing available. I didn't even mean to. I legitimately didn't even mean to click on that. It just says seller financing available. Wow. So see, guys, I told you things are starting to switch. People are starting to realize seller financing available, right? So people are starting to realize, hey, if I sell this for what it's worth, which it is worth that much, $565, my mortgage, the buyer's mortgage payment is above what the house rents out for. So they're asking for seller financing. They know people are starting to catch on that this is going to be the new thing. We're going to have to go back 500 years ago when properties were sold in installment payments, monthly installments. So what an interesting turn of events that I'm doing a fake call. And as I'm looking at the description, oh shit, you're going to do what I've said you're going to do. Now, I don't know if their terms work, but if they do, I will call. All right, let's jump into a real life call, guys. Oh. Let's record it. All right, phone is ringing. Here we go.
Hola, buenas tardes, ¿cómo estás?
Hey, you speak English?
Hola, español. Are you in the showroom?
No habla español. Anybody speak English?
Oh, no, quítame de la lista. Are we in the showroom? Pendejo.
Okay. All right. Well, he swore at me. I caught that part. Well, Mike, you want to call him? How about you call him, Mike?
Yes. That's crazy, bro. An agent speaks Spanish only? Yeah, I can do it, but it's crazy work.
He's an agent owner. That was a swear word I caught at the end, right?
Yeah, he's mean, bro. What a mean guy.
Okay, you call him. Here's his number, man.
Is that the one on the listing? I think I found it, 801.
Yeah, don't say it out loud though on TikTok, but yes, here it is. So yeah, they're rented for $3,500 a month. Why is he mad that I don't speak English? Bro, come on. I spoke more Spanish than English that he spoke.
All right, bro, you're gonna get the authentic me right now, bro. This is tough. 81694 52.
Whoa. I will be banned. I'll be banned on TikTok. Careful.
Hi, usually order. If you have received this message, please bring me a voicemail or send me a text.
Bro,
did you call the wrong number?
English.
That was the Spanish speaking agent right there, my guy. I'm sorry, English speaking English. What, bro? Who'd you call?
That's insane, dude. That's insane. I'm gonna put the number in the chat. Wow. So here's what bro's thought process was. I want to sell my house, but if somebody that speaks English, which I also speak English, but if somebody speaks English calls me, oh, no. We're going to swear at them and then we're going to hang up on them. So yes, I want to sell my house. Desperately, yes, I want to sell my house. But I'm going to fake only speaking Spanish on the phone, and then I'm going to cuss them out, and then I'm going to hang up. But yeah, I want to sell my house. This is just more so the way that I do business. Here's the phone number. Oh my God.
That's insane, bro.
I'm just lost and confused.
That's weird.
Yeah, try to find out what his seller financing terms are. There's his phone number. Yeah, the listing is in English. I don't get it. Don't you want to do a deal?
Bro, are you sure you didn't fat thumb it and could just put another digit on there?
This is I copied and pasted it directly. This is the direct copy and paste. That's the one I just called.
That's so crazy.
Is that the right
sorry,
number?
Rich. I tried.
Wait, no, double dial.
Okay. Here we go.
Hello.
Hi, how's it going? Are you the agent for the triplex and 1131?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, sorry. One of my partners just called and it was a Spanish-speaking fellow. I wasn't sure if we got the wrong number.
No, this is Porter.
Okay, Porter. My name is Michael Fadas. I'm with Granite Solar Properties. We are actually interested in this multifamily you have. We see you guys are open to seller finance. What kind of terms are you looking for? Okay, cool. Can you give me a starting point so I can run my numbers with my team?
Want to do a short term,
Mhm.
so 2 to 3 years.
Okay.
And they do have a note on it, but they have a pretty low interest rate, so negotiable from the interest rate and down payment.
Do you happen to know what they pay on that note, Porter?
Don't go off the top of my head.
Okay, no worries. And what kind of down payment are they looking for? Do you have any idea?
Say probably 15 to 20%.
Okay. I'll run my numbers with my team. And then is it okay if I shoot you through text our offer, or do you want to email? How would you prefer for us to send this over?
Email.
What is your email, Porter?
That was so strange. I don't get it.
Yep, I got that, Porter. Okay, well, thanks again for your time. And just to verify, the rent that you have in the description, it says approximate 3,400.
Yeah.
All right, brother. Thank you so much for your time. Take care. Bye-bye. I don't know what happened, Rich. I don't know who you called, bro.
Wait,
I can give you the
totally-
numbers now that you know what they want.
Okay. My God, I don't understand. Well, did he share with you the monthly payment on the mortgage?
He knows that it's a low interest rate, but he could not verify the amount. I asked him that, yeah.
Well, it's not necessarily 180-month loan term. I mean, it says 180, but who knows? Maybe it's 360, and then that would lower the payment drastically at 2.3% interest. So, unfortunately, that agent would have to. You run with that deal, Mike. That's yours. And we could probably do like 13-14% down. I think you could do that. So 10% is 56. Could we put down 65? Yeah, you could put down 65, 70. So we're actually not far. We're not far. He wants 3 years. I think minimum, I guess 5. 5's tight. I guess minimum 5, but I really like a 6-year balloon, guys. My investors, every single time they see a 5-year balloon, they're like, what about 6? What about 6? What about 6? And I'm like,
okay.
Yeah, okay. So I guess you could try 5 if it's the only way, but honestly, we'd only be able to make an offer on this if we knew what his note was costing him per month. Because if you ask me, his note costs him $231 plus $188. Call that $400 plus the monthly $23. So I think he pays $2,700, and I think he's bringing in $3,500, which would mean that we could only take down. There's not $70K worth of cash flow. Definitely not $90K for our buyer, because you get close to $6K in closing costs, maybe a $10K fee. So here's what I'm thinking, guys. It's all about buying cash flow. And seller finance, which this guy is open to, it's all about buying cash flow. And my thought process is, you pay 27, you're bringing in 36. You're 36 or you're 35. Your 35 isn't really 35. Remember, it's 20% less than that. Your 35 in the eyes of an investor is going to be $2,800. So he makes $100 per month. Guys, how much money would you be willing to spend for $100 a month of cash flow? I don't know, like 5K, like literally nothing. I'd spend nothing, not even the agent's commission for that level of cash flow. So this thing doesn't cash flow normally. They have a mortgage on it that suggests that perhaps they're paying $3,700 per month. And sorry about the noise, guys. My car is being detailed. I don't know how to make this work unless they share that monthly payment with us. So I would just text them and I would say, hey, can you tell me what the mortgage is? Because I'm gonna be honest, I'm estimating this at 2,700 and you're bringing in 35. I want to make you monthly payments. I just don't know how. Beyond that, I'm dropping 70, or he wants 90K. He wants us to put 90K down and only make $100 per month after expenses. So I need him to tell us that mortgage payment. Ideally, it's costing him like $1,600 per month. Maybe we could pay him another $500 per month. I mean, that would be really cool.
Cool. I'll run those numbers and then I'll let him know where I'm at and to verify the mortgage. When you say 14% entry, is that overall, or is that 14% to them and then we still stack our fee and everything else?
14% to them. Rowan had an awesome deal in Las Vegas the other day where he put down something like 15 or 20% and then sold it for another 20,000 on top of that. And it was simply because the cash flow supported it.
Okay. Cool, bro. I'll work on that now.
Guys, this is a perfect one right here. I want to show you a perfect one. So, what do we think about this interior condition? Do we like the way that this property looks? I'll flip the camera and I'll show you, because this is another one that needs seller financing. This is.
Can you share your screen with the chat?
Sorry, I forgot about that. Guys, this is one that definitely needs seller financing. Check it out. Can you do another deal on seller finance? Yes, I can try. I can definitely try. If you guys want me to call 10 people today to show you how long it takes, I will. You want me to call 10 people and see how many people it takes to get somebody to say yes to seller finance? I could try that. I could try to get a hold of 10. Oh my God, the chat really wants that. Okay, the chat really, really wants me to do that. Okay, all right. Okay, I'm gonna speed run this, guys. I'm looking at this property here. It looks like it's in distressed condition, like definitely distressed condition. Needs seller finance because it doesn't cash flow for shit. This is damn near a fix and flip. It's in such shitty condition, but I still feel like maybe somebody could make it okay for 15K. We've got mixed match cabinets. This is not a good property, guys. However, this is the type of thing that you could seller finance. So let me go ahead and see if I can get a hold of these people. I'll call and I'll see how many people it takes for me to get, how many I have to call before we get seller finance. Before I call, guys, the only thing I do is I put it into PropStream. The reason I put it into PropStream is I'd like to see what their mortgage is, and they don't have a mortgage, so this is great. If they had a mortgage, the numbers would be pretty different. Let me close all these tabs here. I've got so many tabs open. Don't need you, don't need that, don't need that. All right, let's go ahead and do our next call. So it's listed by York. All right, York. Let's get it. Here we go. James, I didn't see that. What is it?
This is York.
Hey, York, I was calling about the East Sego Ave in Salt Lake. Is that thing available?
That is. It's a duplex.
Um,
Yes, it is available.
I'm interested. My lender's curious about the condition on this thing. You think it's closer to a fix and flip or closer to a rental? I saw the bathroom and a little bit of water damage and warping there. I wasn't sure what the angle was on this, but I'm interested in it.
Well, it's rented right now. The renters are vacating. Let's see, today's the 30th, so tomorrow. So after tomorrow, both rear and front would be open and available to show anytime.
Has the seller listed any issues in the seller's disclosure that you guys are aware of?
No, why are you concerned on, do you think this is just a flip and
Well,
sell?
I do both. I hold 23 rentals long term, but I'm also flipping 2 multifamilies right now. So if there's a possibility to flip it, I'll do that. The reason I'm calling is because I sent it to my lender. I said, hey, I'm looking to get a DSCR on this. And he said, call the agent, tell me about the condition, get the seller's disclosure. And I said, why? What do you think? And he was mainly looking at that one bathroom and thought that if that was visible in the pictures, perhaps during the lender's inspection to get the loan through, they might find some more things. So he wanted me to give you a call and ask about that.
So, let's see so you're looking at the picture of the bathroom. I don't think there's anything on the seller disclosures that, show any issues. He had issues 6 years ago. And so, and one was the water main. So that was completely pulled out and replaced. And then about a year after that, he had issues with the clay pipe sewer. So that was pulled out and completely replaced. And there's a wall in the basement that was bowing, that was completely taken apart. It was brick, so clear back in the day when it was installed. And that was showing signs of age. So he had that replaced with a cement wall. But as for water issues, flooding, roof leaking, cracks in the walls, no, there's nothing that I'm aware of that the seller shared with me. He's had it for 50 years.
Oh wow!
And it has his own driveway. There's another
Probably
duplex
doesn't want to
just
sell
down
the
the
finance,
street.
guys. 50 years. He's old. He's really old.
She's a realtor /
Old people need their money when they're old.
She has no driveway, and you have to park on the street. This has its own driveway, and it was legalized as a legal duplex in 2002. It wasn't before that, but it was. So it's been a legal duplex for over 20 years.
Got it.
So no, I would tell your lender this is ready to go.
Okay. Perfect.
I mean, we're going to have the renters out. Well, the back unit is empty now. The front unit will be empty tomorrow, and then I'm going to get with the seller and just completely, Clorox clean the front unit so it's all ready to show. But there's a home downtown. I don't know if are you local or out of state?
I'm out of state. I live in Oregon.
Okay. So there's a home just down the street that's 3,000 square feet that just came on the market, $1.1 million.
Wow.
I've been selling real estate for 30 years, and it's just kind of surprising that they would ask for that much, but that's what they're asking.
Interesting. Now, what were you guys getting for rent on this? That's the other thing I was curious about.
So the back unit, I think she's paying $1,000, and then the front unit was $1,200, and it the seller thinks the rents can be higher.
I'm not super familiar with the Salt Lake. The closest thing I own is Denver. What do you
Oh.
think? What do you think fair market rent would be for the full facility?
I think you could probably get. Let's see. The front unit is a 2-bed, 1 bath with laundry. I think you could probably get 1,800 if it was remodeled, fixed up. And the back unit, I think you could get a total of about 3,000.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
So if I get this at 565, lender wants me to put down about 130. That interest is looking like 7%. So taxes and insurance on your property are pretty cheap in this area, right? Yeah, only about $420 for taxes and insurance. So yeah, my mortgage payment on this thing is going to come in at about $3,300 per month on this, which is kind of what you think it might rent out for if it's fully renovated. Is there flexibility on the price? I will say, if my mortgage is above the rent on this, it is kind of a hard pill to swallow.
Well, everyone's swallowing that idea because that's how it is, unfortunately. So I'm not, a lot of people, from what I've seen in my career, they're putting down a ton of money to make the mortgage less, so the mortgage monthly payments less.
Interesting.
That's just how it is here, especially downtown. You go south of downtown, maybe 40, 50, 60 blocks, and the values are lower. But everybody wants the downtown neighborhood. And ours is one of the least expensive ones available right now for sale. So I think if you fix it up, you would have a really good cash flow, but it's good you're putting down 130. So
yeah,
that's just my take on it.
Yeah. It's crazy. I put down 130, and over the course of my mortgage, I pay my lender $1.2 million at these 7% interest rates. I'm sure I could refinance a little bit down the line. But my solution when I run into this a lot of the time is, why don't we give your seller that 1.2 million? Pay your commission for him. We don't have to do it for a full 30 years, but why don't we stack an interest rate that does cash flow and give them the installments that does cash flow, so that, we're not in a position where I'm losing money monthly on this. And then he can get all of the money that I was going to pay directly to the bank.
Well, you're talking about a seller carrier, seller finance, and I've already talked to the seller about that idea, which I think is a great idea. I've sold a lot of properties that way, and it helps the seller with taxes, tax liability as well.
But he's older.
But
he's older. He doesn't want to wait that long, I would imagine.
No.
Yeah.
So his answer is no.
Is he 75, 80 if he owned it for 50 years?
Well, he doesn't want to carry. He just wants to sell it. And
what do you think the best way to get approved for this thing is? Because the loan that we used to buy this, it's called a DSCR loan, and it stands for debt service coverage, mortgage coverage loan.
I've heard.
So I
know about those loans. Yeah.
So they don't qualify unless rent is in excess of the mortgage payment on this thing. And honestly, the only way I could get it there is like an offensive lowball. So what do you think the best way to get this done is? Because I've got capital gains from a flip that I need to defer. I'd love to put it into a market like this. I mean, maybe there's another listing you or your brokerage has that I could put them into.
Well, I have hot, classy listing in Murray that's completely renovated, remodeled.
You really think they'd be open to? Usually, those guys with the nice houses don't want to finance,
Well, that's why I'm bringing it up. Is in this situation, he's willing to finance you if that's what you want to do or need to do. He would rather just sell it outright.
Me too.
For $548,000.
Yeah, it's so much easier for me to do it out. I guess when I say outright, I mean and get a loan. But if I can sell or finance, I will. Or I should say, if I have to, I will. Kind of on this one. What's the address on that one?
4658 South, Murray, Utah, 84107. And you can do a Google map and see it. And I've got the number right here, so I'll just text it right over to you as well.
I think I found it. 4658 South what? South Murray? No, South
Murray, Utah. 4658 South Box Elder Street,
Found
Murray, Utah.
found it. Single family 547. Oh yeah, that's a big negative cash flow. It looks like it's pretty original condition. Has it been updated?
The whole interior and exterior has been updated. Plus, he has
Beautiful.
3 custom sheds in the back. I'm sure you can see the pictures as you go through the roll there. The sheds, the one is large enough that you could probably do an additional dwelling unit and rent that out. You just have to get the plumbing, the sewer installed.
Great.
But it's each one of them have electrical. And like I said, the whole interior's been completely remodeled from the studs out about 6 years ago. So the gentleman who bought it is very analytical, and he's got a builder and design background, and everything is custom. But he's a bachelor moving out of state. The stove hasn't even been used.
Right.
It's all brand new.
Well, yeah, I'd love to see if we could do a deal on this thing. What do you think rent is? Zillow's telling me about 2,200.
You're probably pretty close. I was thinking more like 2,500.
25, because it's nicer, yeah. Probably not.
It's all brand new.
Right,
Yeah.
Right. Okay. What sort of price he's looking for?
What he's asking.
What is it? Right now it's showing off market.
Right.
I'm not on the MLS. Maybe it's on
Oh,
HAR.com.
Maybe I'm not sure what you found. Let me just 1 second so I don't have to multitask.
Oh, I see
or
it now. I
something.
see it now. Active. Where's the price on this? This is utahrealestate.com. I don't know. Does it say 548,975 or is that an estimate? I'm not familiar with this.
No, that's a price. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. I would do 548,975. I'd give him. We'll call it 550. My only ask is that I'd like my payments to be below the rent on this thing. You think you'd be open to that?
Well, I don't know what your let's see. How much would you want him to carry? How much are you putting? You thinking about putting 130,000 down cash?
It's all about the cash flow. So I guess let's say we had no mortgage on this thing and it was just taxes and insurance. I probably have a month of vacancy and 10% for management. So the 2,500 is on my books, probably 20% less, closer to 2,000 for just the expenses of owning a rental. And then we got 400 taxes and insurance. So I make $1,600 per month. Per year, I'd make 19,000. So if I put down 130 and I had no note whatsoever, yeah, that would be good. But if I have to pay the seller, I'm probably less than 130, as I need to probably get a 15% return on this thing. So I would imagine that if my payments to the seller, if we rent for 25 and I pay him 1,000 and we've got $400 in taxes and insurance, I'll make about 600 after expenses, knowing that the 25 might be closer to 2,000. So yeah, I'd probably say I would agree to the 545 or the 550, whatever it may be. I just probably have my payments somewhere around $1,000 per month so that I can make money on that. Now that return is 600. The way that I'm getting there is taking 20% off the top of my 2,500. I'm subtracting my 400 in taxes and insurance, and then I'm subtracting my payment to the seller. So I'm left with $600 of monthly cash flow per year. That's 7,200. So I'd be willing to trade probably $65,000 for $7,200 of passive income per year plus closing costs. So I guess it's closer to 75,000. But if I'm making 7,200 a year, my investment would probably be about $75,000 all in.
Well, you wouldn't have to do anything with the property. Like I said, everything is brand new.
Yeah.
Roof down, a solid insulation. So your expenses for gas and utilities are going to be minimal because he's really gone overboard, and he knows it.
Yeah, it's really nice.
It is very beautiful, and he's the only one who's lived there, and he's basically moving out of state. So,
Let's give him an offer here, because even a 1% interest rate, the pay, which is offensive, wouldn't really result in those monthly payments. So I guess I'll front load the principal for him. Here's what I propose. Let's get him 600,000 over a 6-year period of time. I can pay him $1,000 per month. Now my offer price is in the principal. My interest rate is in the principal, and the reason for that is if I have to keep my payments at 1,000 to make even $600 per month, no interest rate would yield that monthly payment, or at least not a favorable interest rate. So I'd probably offer him 600,000 over a 6-year period of time. I'll pay your commission up front, whatever that is, 2.5%, 3%, however much you're supposed to get on this. And then let's see, that would probably come out of my 65 down to the seller. So here's the offer. Let's see if he's interested in this. 600,000. I'll give him 65,000 down. I'll give him $1,000 per month, and I'll balloon him out the rest of his equity on year 6. I'll also cover closing costs.
And then in essence, I'm sorry, can I have your name? I don't know who I'm talking to.
Oh, I'm so sorry about that. My name is Richard Taylor. I'll send you my portfolio, proof of funds, all that sort of stuff.
Okay. So Richard, let's see, the question I had was, so once you would close on it, you would just rent it out, knowing that you're going to get about $2,400, $2,500 a month in rent.
Exactly. Yeah. And I've got a couple others like this too. Yeah.
Pay the seller $1,000 a month, put $65,000 down.
Short term,
and
6
then,
years.
But the offer is $600,000.
Correct.
Okay.
The reason I'm front loading that is because, I guess the math for me kind of looks like this. It's going to take 1 month to find a tenant, right? 1 month out of the year of vacancy is already 8% off the top. I don't live in Utah, so I've probably got another 8% for management. That's 16% that's off the top. And then if I go in my email and I look up dishwasher right now, I got a ton of tenants complaining about the dishwasher, or the garbage disposal, or the lawn, or there's a leak and you need to come fix this, which will probably be another 5 to 10% per year. So I'm looking at the 2,500 as, okay, that's probably 2,000 year end, estimating about $500 per month for expenses. Subtract taxes, subtract payment to the seller, I'm making $600. And then I asked myself, how much would I trade $600 per month for? And I'm thinking, well, if I put 65 down and I've got 10 in closing costs, yeah, that's about a 10% return to trade. Yeah, about $75,000 for 600 per month.
Okay.
And then,
well, you're quick on numbers. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I talk to agents all day long, and I see if I can make it work with DSCR. And if I can't make it work, I'm like, well, why don't we sell our finance? And most of the time it's absolutely not. We won't sell our finance. And my only rebuttal is, well, how do I buy this normally if the type of loan doesn't qualify for negatively cash flowing?
Well, in this condition, in this state of mind, you've this is the one that I have that the seller would do seller financing. The other listings, they won't.
Right. It's so rare. It's so rare. That's why after 4 years of calling, I've only acquired 23.
Yeah. So most sellers just don't, and some do. So if you find the ones that do, from what you were calculating, it sounds like it would be a win for you. Plus, I just a side note, I bought my last home in 2019 and it's appreciated quite well. And that's Utah. Utah's done quite well and is doing quite well each year.
It is. That's why I'm calling you. Yeah.
So would you want to fly down here and take a walk through and take a look before you buy it?
I would probably just send my GC out there. I'd probably just send my GC. I live in Oregon, but the states that I own in, I own in Georgia, Colorado, Pennsylvania, Indiana, Tennessee, Alabama, Texas, like the list goes on. So I don't usually see these properties. I just send a GC off of Google, or maybe you have a general contractor that you've used before, and I just send them to confirm and send me videos just to make sure it's in decent shape. And honestly, if we were to do a deal like this, I damn near waive my inspection. I just say, hey, let's walk the property really quick. I don't really need to inspect it because this is, it's so much more convenient than jumping through all of the hoops of getting my own loan.
Well, like I said, you don't have to really do anything with it.
Right.
Put a renter in there, and they're going to be happy anyway. So
Yeah. Yeah. Well, hey, let me send you my credibility over so you can make this offer to the seller here. Is it okay if I text it to this phone number? By the way, this is my office line, but is it okay if I text it from my cell phone to your cell phone number? This one here.
that'll be fine. Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay, that's going to include portfolio and an Excel sheet, proof of funds, and then oftentimes when we finance, they want a credit report. Should I include credit report here?
I think so. I think
Sure.
that'd be helpful.
Sure. Let me go ahead and grab that stuff for you. Well, thank you so much for your time. And your name here is York, correct?
York Ekstrom, yeah.
York, thank you so much for your time. This goes better than 99% of my calls, so I appreciate it, man.
Awesome. And Richard, real quick, are you buying it under your name? I'm assuming you're going to buy it under an LLC or some kind of a business.
It's going to be GT Properties Group. GT Properties Group.
Okay. And would you be willing to provide your articles of incorporation?
100%.
Okay. I say that because the seller's going to ask me anyway, so
no worries.
I better ask you up front.
No worries.
And that would be great. So Richard, I'm kind of in a fix right now. I have an appointment in the next 2 hours that I'm prepping for. So I can get back with you later this evening or first thing in the morning. So you want me to represent you as a buyer? Is that correct?
Yeah, absolutely. I guess the only thing we haven't talked about is commission. Generally speaking, I have it come out of the down payment that I gave the seller.
Yeah, and that's how it is here in Utah. So.
Okay. Yeah. You're welcome to represent me, or you could do a buyer broker agreement, or I know it differs state by state, but whatever the agreement is where you just facilitate the transaction, or you can full on represent me, whatever's easiest for you and your brokerage.
Okay. I know my seller's going to ask me this, so I'm going to ask you because you ran numbers really quick and you're good at numbers, but you said $1,000 a month. What does that compute to for like what kind of an interest?
Well, let's see.
I know you're coming in higher. You're doing the front load, right?
Yeah.
You're coming in higher.
So the way that I
so
see
does that
it,
counterbalance that, or the
way that I see it is, this thing looks like is it accurate that it's been here for 238 days?
Yeah. We had it listed for higher, and
I'd imagine that a reasonable offer after that time might be closer to $500,000. So the way that I see it is somebody may offer you 500 up front and you keep the 500, and I'm offering 600. So I kind of look at that as $100,000 in interest over a 6-year period of time. So I guess I'd make the point to the seller, like, okay, we want 548. We've been asking that for coming up on 8-9 months now. This guy's offering you 600. It might be worth closer to 500 here. So your interest is going to be realized in the real value approaching 500 and the purchase price looking at 600,000.
Okay. Super. Okay. Send me over your information. What's your best email address?
My email is info. It's kind of a doozy. It's kind of a long one. It's info@grandintaylorproperties.com, but I have a strange family name, Grandin, Grandin. But I'll tell you what, I'll text you over my name, my LLC, my credit report, my proof of funds, my properties. And then you are also looking for the articles of incorporation. I'll dig those up and I'll send it over.
Okay. Info@GrandinTaylor.
Yes.
Gmail?
Yeah. I'll text it over, but info@GRANDIN Taylor, TAYLOR, properties, IES.com.
Okay. Oh, perfect. Okay. So I got that. I'll just wait. If you can gather that information, the seller's going to request it. And then, how soon? I'm sorry. Did you say you're dealing with the 1031 exchange? So you're
yes. IRS is telling me I've got about 60 days to land on the next deal, and I've got another 60 to close on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I flip in Detroit, and I finished a couple projects there, and I've got a little bit to defer.
Okay. Well, good. I think you found the right property based on what you're looking for, and renting shouldn't be a problem whatsoever. We have one other party who's looking at the same property too. They haven't made an offer yet, but they're wanting to rent it to nurses.
Oh, travel
because
nurses.
we have travel nurses. Yeah.
Yeah. I tried that once. They had me furnish the property. I reached out to the hospital. I was doing it in my property in San Antonio, and I wasn't able to place the nurses. But I honestly, I'd shoot my shot at it again. I know they want you to furnish the property, but this thing is a lot nicer than my San Antonio house.
Okay. Well, great. This property isn't furnished, by the way.
No, I know. I'd have to furnish it if I were to go that route. By the way, I'm just now seeing the ADU on that. What do you think the ADU would go for?
Well, it's so these aren't kits. He custom built them. So I think if you got sewer and plumbing installed, because they already have electrical, I bet you could get, oh shoot,
750 to maybe 800.
Well, I'm thinking 800 easy, just because of location. And if you did do the nurse program, we have IHC 8 blocks south, and then St. Mark's Hospital is on 39th South, and this is 46 South. 39th South and Highland Drive, which is 5 blocks east. So, I mean, you could do whatever you want with it. I mean, but it would rent because it's so nice and it's a good location.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. Let me get started on all that information. I'll probably it's a lot. I'm going to send that via email. Could you text me? I'm going to text you from my cell phone. You'll get that 30 seconds after this call ends, and then just respond with your email, and we will go from there.
Sounds good, Mr. Taylor. Appreciate your call.
Absolutely. Thanks so much.
Okay, Richard. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So I said I'd call 10 people until one of them said yes to seller finance. Looks like I only had to call one. I will say I got pretty lucky there. That is not how it always goes. I got very lucky. I may have executed that call pretty well. But shit, man, I'm just honestly very floored that was my first call today. Like, goddamn, bro. Like, when is, if you call seller finance, that is not the norm. That's not the norm, guys. How long have you been doing this for? I'm coming up on 5 years. Do you search for seller financing terms on Zillow? Yeah, but this is just a random one. This is just a non-cash flowing multifamily. Now you always want to ask if they have any more. You always want to ask if they have any other deals. I asked if he had any other deals with conversations flowing naturally, and he had another one. So let's go ahead and start getting him all of. Wow, yeah, let's get him all of this credibility that we talked about. And you know what, guys? I got that call recorded. So that's going in our vault. That's going in our vault because that's just so heat, guys. That's just so fire. Now I don't even feel like I need to do any more calls. I feel like I showed you everything that you need to see. I mean, I can do another call just to show you that sometimes the reality of this is not as nice as it just went for me. If you want me to do more calls, I will, but that's the whole mission. I just, mission accomplished, right? And then so I just added him to my contacts. My phone is lagging, telling me to get a new one, even though this is the 16. Let me know what email to send this info to. And yeah, guys, how much would that sell for? I mean, let's do the math here. 65 down, house is worth we're buying it for 600. I probably would get about 7,000 off that because I went high on my down payment. It's a single family, guys. It's a single family. So, I'd probably get about 7 to 9,000 off of something like that. But yeah, we've just made him a really good offer, and we just swapped out the interest rate for an offer above list price, which is how you get that $1,000 monthly payment, which is great. I'm pretty happy about that, guys. I hope I can collect that check. That'd be nice to see. So yeah, if you want me to do some more calls, I will. But if you want me to take questions on your deals, I can also do that. I know that my views suffer as I start to take questions, but this is called Hold My Hand Wholesale. So I'm here to hold hands And unfortunately, I am going out of country tomorrow, so I'm not going to be here for a sec, but I will go live from the Philippines. Anyways, let's go ahead and do my steps after having an amazing phone call like that. What are my steps? What are my steps? What are my steps? Well, first things first, I am going to track the deal and make sure that we know that we have this and there's a deal pending on it. Second things second, we're going to start sending him my credibility. So we'll just send him all the things that he needs here. FaceTime Chris Gallagher.
Starting a FaceTime call to Chris Gallagher.
Just a sec here, guys. I don't actually have my articles of it. Hey, I'm looking for articles of incorporation for Grant and Taylor. Would you text those to me?
Yes, I can. Yes, I will.
Oh, wait. What's this? Nope, I have them.
Oh,
I have them. You're good.
I also just, if you need, I have operating agreement and IRS EIN stuff.
No. All good. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Talk soon.
All right. Talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
Sure.
Wow, 26-minute seller finance phone call right there. That is an amazing use of time. So we're going to create contact log call. I'll just name it T. Just a random letter to save. Save. Let's go ahead and download this phone call, and I'm going to drop this in the Discord. So if you guys didn't catch my entire negotiation, pitch, and pivot, well, no problem, guys. Where the hell is it? Bro, are you serious? It's definitely recorded. There it is. Okay, I was like, no way, bro. No way. So guys, after this, I'll let you decide if you want questions or if you want me to do more calls. The one thing I'm going to let you know about, guys, is we recently had a student from Egypt pull a seller finance deal, 28 and 32 Farron in Mount Clemens, Michigan, and $15,000 was his fee. He got $15,000, and I'm not just going to say that. I will also hold up his checks. I have the checks right here. So guys, all of these checks that I'm holding, these are literally all from seller finance and mortgage takeover deals. So let's go ahead and show the $15,000. So check this out. The offer we did was $520. I think we put $50K down, and we had monthly payments of like $1,000 or something. And this guy literally lives in Egypt. These are the two checks that came from it. $15,000 is the total. So if you're like, okay, Richard, it's cool that you just got a seller finance deal, but I don't have the capacity to buy houses. Remember when we talked about finding houses for mom and dad? Or when we talked about finding houses for mom and dad? I'm finding houses for real estate investors. And these real estate investors will give me massive checks as finder's fees. I'm getting a call, but I'm not going to take it. I don't really have time right now. Oh, I got a lot to do. Okay, so we have to send this guy all of my credibility. We're going to record that phone call. We're going to put it in phone call recordings. Can you please call my mortgage takeover? Yeah. Just a sec, though. Just a sec. I really have to get this done. So we're going to go to hashtag phone call recordings. And we are going to drop this phone call in here. All right, if you want to listen to that call is now posted in the Discord, Hold My Hand Wholesale. And we also have, we got to send them all my credibility. So I'm going to say, good evening, York. Let me share my screen on this email so you guys can see. What do you use to call on your laptop? SalesMate. I use SalesMate, which you can get in hashtag resources. Resources has SalesMate. So good evening, York. Thank you so much for thanks for your time today. I'll attach my offer, credit score, proof of funds, portfolio, and articles of incorporation in this email. Offer $600,000. Down payment $65,000. Commission comes from this figure. Monthly payment $1,000 per month. Term length / balloon payment. That is going to be 6 years with a payout of, and then how do we figure out the payout? Well, we pay $1,000 per month for 72 months. That's 72,000, and we put down 65K. So we're looking at 137K down. So what we're looking at here is $600,000 minus 137,000. My payout at the balloon would be 463, which I could definitely refinance. That's 100K below where it's listed right now, damn near. 463,000. Let's say title fees. And then that should be good for the offer. Now we're just going to go ahead and get some credibility over to him. And then I will figure out if you guys want more calls or if you want questions, because I know that we have a number of different needs here. We're almost done with this, almost done. Okay, box elder. Boom, boom, boom. And then email. Did he send me his email? Yes, he did. Thanks. Sending now. Or I'll say sending in 5. And then let's go ahead and grab a statement for him. Bear with me, I'm almost done. I know, it's hard to watch when I'm having moments like this where I have to deliver all the credibility to him. I know it's more interesting to see me call and answer questions, but sometimes we got to do this. Bear with me, we are almost done here. Proof of funds is in my Discord, so if you're like, well, you're only able to do this because you have proof of funds, you're right, but I give you my proof of funds, guys. Okay. Buyer name, Richard Taylor, entity, Grandin Taylor LLC. Haven't made an offer with them in a while, but we'll take it. I usually use my holding company. Okay, so he's got my proof of funds. Now he just needs my credit report. Fortunately, I have that handy. Kian, I sent you my credit report just a second ago. There it is. Awesome. That needs to go into my desktop. Replace. Credit. And then he needs portfolio. All right, so now he just needs articles and then we should be good to go. Let's linkify that. Linkified, done. And then articles of incorporation, grabbing those. Gee whiz, a lot of credibility here. Boom. And that is sent. Okay. All right, let's do a vote. Do we want more calls? And I'll do one more because I only have an hour left in this stream. I've got to pack for a 3-week trip overseas. Can we use your portfolio for creative deals? Yes, you can, but only situationally. I'd have to see it. I'd have to see your deal. So if you generally speaking, you don't need a portfolio to do these deals. More calls? All right, we want more calls. Okay, let's do another call. Guys. And then I'll take questions. So one more call, one more negotiation. Let's hunt for something, and then I'll take questions. Now, I was kind of liking the market that we're in right here. Salt Lake City looks pretty good. We're 11 days on. Okay, cool. So here's another one. I'm locked in with my calls right now. We're definitely warmed up, so hopefully I can get this done. Do you have the buyers for this deal? Oh, yeah. I probably should tell you what the point of this is. Guys, the point of what I'm doing here is if I show you that this is real and I hold up the checks and I'm like, look how many there are here, guys. If I'm like, wow, look at all these finder's fees that I have been able to collect in just the past. I mean, there's so many more. I can't even fan them out in here, guys. But look how many finder's fees I was able to collect in the past couple months. I mean, this is probably $200,000 in checks. I mean, there's individual checks in here for $60,000, $40,000, $20,000. This is probably about $200,000 in text in finder's fees. And my whole model here is I could probably do 3 or 4 per month myself. However, if I were to show you guys how to do it and I sold your deals to my buyers, now I could do 30 per month, 20 per month, 30 per month, right? You understand what I mean by that? I show you how to catch the fish. You catch the fish, but you don't know how to sell them, right? I bring the buyer to the table. You keep 60%, I keep 40%. That's my business model. Does that make sense? All right. So I want to show you guys how to do these deals, and then I want to sell it to you, or I want to sell it to my buyers. Don't worry. You will keep the majority of the profit, but I want you guys to hunt for me. I want you to hunt for me. So what I do is I spend 3 hours per day doing this. I'm live here 3 hours per day, right? And I demonstrate that you can get it done. You know, I could only do 3 per month, which means that most of the time people say no to me. But you could also do 3 per month or 4 per month or even 5 on a really good month. Keep in mind, individual fees average $7,000. If you do 5 per month, that's like over $30,000 in a month. And now you have enough to actually get into real estate, to actually flip a property, to actually buy a rental. And we talk about that in here too. So if you're interested in participating, I mean, what do you think? Does that sound interesting? I hope so. This guy says I make $500,000 a year because of this guy. Okay, good. It's working. I got to take a picture of that, man. Okay, that's going on my story. But if you're interested, I'll show you how to join. Now, I will say, spending 3 hours per day doing this, it sucks. Okay, it doesn't suck. It's fun. I like to be here, right? But it is 3 hours per day, nonstop yapping. I just have to yap a constant stream of yap, and it's hard. So all I ask is $20 monthly, and I will sit here 3 hours a day. I'll sit here 3 hours a day. So there is a fee to enter the program. It's $20. Oh no, I know. But it's just because I spend a lot of time, and then we also provide a lot of resources that cost money. There's a team that runs the entire Discord. The team costs me $30K per month. Okay. I'll be honest. All the employees, the community helpers, the teachers' assistants, the lenders, all of that, it's not free. It costs money. So essentially, damn, my detailer's texting me. Essentially, I ask $20 per month, and then you can join the community and you can be in here and you can participate with all of the resources. Now, if you want to know how to join, guys, I'll show you right now. You click the link in my bio and you click join Hold My Hand Wholesale. That's it. We have over 2,000 reviews if you want to read a little bit more about what we do here. But yeah, click the link in my bio, join Hold My Hand Wholesale. And then when you do join, it's really important that you show up to this class. Like on the other side, you know what I mean by on the other side? Well, look at this. You see all these people in here? They watched my screen share as I identified that property. And now we're going to take questions from them after I do another call. So we need you to be in the class so that you guys can ask questions. All right. And the reason I say that with such emphasis is because, well, you know, we only have about 8,000 members, but only 230 people show up today. Isn't that crazy? On a really good day like this, only 200 people show up. So we're like, please, if you do decide to participate, make sure to show up to class because it's very, very, very important. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and do another call. We're going to jump into that right now. All right. Jumping into it. Okay. Salt Lake City, Utah. It helps if it's been on market for a long time. It helps if it's in mediocre condition. Usually the ones in excellent condition aren't open to finance. But I'm going to call this guy right now. I'm also going to record this call just in case you guys want to listen to my pitch at another time. All right, we're jumping into another one right now. Here we go. Here we go. The bio is the link. It's the link on my page. Click the link on my page. Click join Hold My Hand Wholesale. That's what a bio means.
Please leave your message for.
All right, we're just going to move on to the next one, guys. I don't have a whole lot of time here. I'd like to talk to somebody. Okay, West Valley City, Utah. I'm just going to throw this thing into PropStream really quick and figure out if they owe anything. They've got a small mortgage. That small mortgage is actually going to present quite the hurdle as it costs over $1,000 per month. And these things only rent out for like a little bit. Hey, Jake, if you hop on my live stream, I can help you. I don't know where you went last time, man. I was about to talk to you and then you dipped. Okay, so let's call this guy. The mortgage is a little bit unfortunate there. I don't really want there to be a mortgage on it because I need to make a monthly payments. And if I can't make a monthly payments, that makes it really hard. Okay, 17 hours ago. Here's something. Fourplex by the University of Utah. Great. All right, here's a $1.3 million quadruplex. Let's go ahead and call and ask about this. Oh, forgot I'm recording. I want to record. I also got to tell that other agent that my offer was sent. Okay. All right. So I'm going to look at this and we are going to call. I would really like to know what they owe on their mortgage so that I can see if we're taking over debt or if we're making payments. It's not a problem if they have a mortgage, but fortunately here they don't have a mortgage. They bought it in cash. God damn. So they bought this thing in cash. This guy's balling. Hopefully he doesn't want to lose all that money to capital gains when he sells it. And the phone is 321 ringing. Here we go. There's another one.
Hi, if you record your name and reason for calling, I'll see if this person is available.
Buyer for Alameda Avenue.
Thanks. Please stay on the line. I'm sorry.
All right. I don't have time to leave a voicemail right now. I'm just reaching out to the next one. Here's another property. It's been here for 1 day. The only thing that I'm doing before I look this up is I put it into PropStream. I just want to know what they owe on their mortgage, guys. That's the only thing I care about. There is no further underwriting. Okay, this guy owes 600. What's he asking? He owes 600. Looks like one of them might be a credit line. He's asking 815. All right, let's talk to him. It might not be a credit line though. That's not always the case. So we'll ask. All right, phone is ringing again. It's getting a little late. Hopefully they pick up.
Thank you for calling Visionary Homes.
Yo, last 30 minutes or last 45 minutes, I called a realtor. He didn't accept, but he was very open to my seller finance offer. Amazing, amazing potential YouTube video, dude. I would 100% clip that, turn it into a short and a YouTube video.
How long ago?
I probably hopped on call with him. Well, I can actually tell you exactly when. I hopped on call with him recent. This was an hour ago. So I hopped on a call with him about an hour ago. So maybe an hour and 10 minutes ago, I'd say. Yeah.
You want to see the video you said?
Yeah, show me how the video is performing. I'm just looking for another deal to call. Guys, I'm looking for the mediocre house. I'm not looking for something. Oh, beautiful.
3 hours.
Beautiful. What's it doing on Instagram?
I can check.
Oh, good engagement. Yeah, show me Instagram too. We get that on LinkedIn and X? Hell yeah, good job, dude. Okay. We're gonna look for another one. I think I found one here.
It's like 13K still. Right?
Okay, we'll take that. It's better. I guess TikTok's good to see engagement.
Yeah.
I have a free sub 2 house under contract, but it loses money. That's still a free house, dude. You want to look for a retail buyer, not an investor on that. Where is it? Bushmaster, where is it? All right, this guy's only owes 20K. That 20K probably only costs him it says $1,000 a month, but I don't believe that. All right, I like this one. This looks good. Let's call him. Hopefully somebody just picks up the phone. Jodell Hills. Jodell Hills is the realtor. Damn, you don't have any contact information, bro? Maybe PropStream? Oh my God, no contact info, man. How do I get a hold of somebody like that? All right, here's another mediocre looking multifamily. There's a lot of mediocre multifamilies here. None of these things cash flow. Yeah, this is a duplex, 97 days on Zillow, listed by Cameron Burnside. Hello, Cameron Burnside. Somebody pick up the phone. It is getting a little late, but come on, guys, pick up the phone. Here we go. Hopefully, pick up.
Hi, this is Cameron with Keller Williams Real Estate. If you'd like me to give you a call back.
I'm going to double dial Cameron. Come on, bro. Thoughts on text blasting. Violates TCPA compliance, not strictly legal.
Hi, this is Cameron with Keller Williams Real Estate.
Oh, he's purposely declining my call. Okay. Damn, I really just want to talk to one more person here. Let me keep looking here. Price cut, 25K, 144 days on market. It's a beautiful property. Please, somebody pick up. I'll call like one or two more guys. These realtors, man, they're just not picking up the phone. All right, they owe $731,000 on this. They have an asking price of 1.249. Okay, cool. Let's offer to take over that 700 and let's offer to finance the rest. Okay. All right, maybe second to last phone call here, guys. I just having a real hard time getting him to answer. As you can see, it's better to call earlier in the day. Okay, here's one. I use PropStream, man. And Kevin, or rent to own guy, thanks so much, man. I appreciate
Hi,
that.
you've reached Cody Chamberlain with Decade Homes and Windermere Real Estate. Can't get to my phone right now, but please.
Damn, bro, come on, pick up your phone. Let me buy your house. Anybody in the comments want to sell their house? I could talk to you. Oh, Instagram, I'll restart it. I'm gonna call him one more time here. Instagram, I'm gonna restart. I'm gonna restart this. Oh, Instagram sucks so bad, dude. Why do you turn off my sound every single day?
Hi, you've reached Cody Chamberlain with Decade.
Other agent got my text. Okay. I guess one more, guys. I guess I'll try one more. I'm sorry. I don't know why it's so hard to get a hold of these damn people, guys. So hard. Okay, here's another one. Probably my last call. It's a fourplex that negatively cash flows massively. Doesn't work for anybody. They're asking $1 million. It probably brings in like $6K per month. It's terrible. Yeah, that's not going to work for anybody, guys. Come on. What are you thinking here? Yeah, so this is exactly the type of deal I'd like. Completely useless fourplex. I mean, they're asking 1.1 for a 4-unit that will rent for $1,500 per unit. Guys, that's just the worst deal ever. Who would ever buy that? And if you're like, well, they'll put down a lot more, that doesn't help your cash on cash return. All right, here's another one. I think this will be my last call, guys. I just can't get a hold of these people. So hopefully he picks up because I'd really love to do another one. But the hurdle is the representation of sellers. The representation of sellers is honestly really bad. You're muted? Oh my God, my volume went away again. Instagram sucks so bad. They keep muting me.
This is Brad with Skyline Real Estate Group. I'm sorry I missed you. Please send me a text message for a quick.
Oh my gosh. God. Well, okay. Not much I can do about that. All right, I'm going to take questions, guys. I wish that they pick up the phone. We got Jake St. John on with us. Jake says he's got a fix and flip. So, guys, now I'm going to be looking at everybody's deals. So, Jake, what's going on, man? Let's see. Jake going once. Jake going twice.
Yo, my bad.
Hey,
Skip me.
how's it going?
It was good. Is my mic bad? I got a new mic.
No, you're good, man. You're good.
All right. So like I said, I came across a random fix and flip. I wasn't looking for a deal, but the census kicked in. So, but I know you guys don't buy in Cape Coral though. Kurt told me you guys buy in Detroit, but it's 120K flip profit estimate.
Well, we got all kinds of flippers in here now. So, what's the address on this?
It's I don't know if I want to give it out.
All right, DM it to me. I'll
But-
keep it private.
All right, I got you. It's a big project though. I'm not.
That's okay. I
Yeah.
have lots of people who would be down for stuff like that.
I bet.
Cape Coral. Where's Cape Coral? Cape Coral's next to Fort Myers. Not too far.
Right. So I found 4 comps. ARV is 400K. Rehab, I would say probably like 110K. And yeah, I mean, if you get it at 0.7, that's 280K. So it's 120K flip.
Got it.
You want
Okay.
to check out the comps? I'll DM them to you.
Yeah, I'm looking around. Yeah, full rehab. Whoa. That's
Yeah, it's
that's
a
fine.
big deal.
That's fine though. We like this. Okay. So they're asking 195. All right. I'm gonna
Yeah, but if you look in the description, it's a relocation. And also like it's a huge deal. So the discount probability is huge there because who's gonna take on a project like that? Plus it's only an investor, like only an investor is gonna buy that. So I feel like, and on top of that, it has time on Zillow. So I think I could easily get that. I mean,
okay.
You know.
So it's a 4.2 with 1,700 square feet. It was built in 2004. How did it get that bad from 2004? God damn, it's not even that old of a house. In 20 years, this thing just went to, it's like they never even, God, I don't even know how it gets so bad in just 20 years time, but it did.
Yeah.
Okay.
My thing, yeah.
So yeah, discounted houses are kind of rare here, or distressed houses, I should say. But let's check. So I'm going to go from for sale to sold. You are a 3 or a 4.2 with 1,700 square feet. I'm going to click sold, and I'm going to price these things high to low over the past 12 months.
Yeah.
4.2, 1,700.
The best comp, in my opinion, is the one that I DM'd you the comps. The one that sold for 380 is the best comp, in my opinion. It's damn near identical. But like I said, I just ran quick numbers, but I didn't even know if you bought or had buyers here, so I kind of just
definitely, man. We've done a lot of deals in Florida. So I'm gonna go ahead and do, and our network is big enough to the point where if we blast a deal out, it's gonna sell. So let's do max year built, maybe like 2012, maybe 2015, even 2015, and then no minimum is fine. Okay. So looking at these deals, 4.2, 2,000 square feet for 490. That's great. 3.3, 2,000 square feet for 395. How many houses have sold here in the past couple months? I want to make sure people are buying here. Nothing in the past.
Like I said, the comps that I sent you, I think half of them sold in the last 3 months, and the other half was 6 months.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's not a lot of stuff selling in the past 6 months here. It is interesting in this entire little neighborhood here. Let's see. Apply past 6 months. How many sales in the past 6 months? Okay, yeah. 90 days. Okay, yeah, good. Okay, things are still selling. So past 12 months. Yeah, man, I feel like your ARV is definitely up there. I see one right here that sold for 426. This one went for 465. That one went for 490. So yeah, I'd argue above 4 probably. I think above 4.
Right. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I think your ARV is probably around 400, if not higher than that. It kind of goes up and down based on the comps that we're seeing here. But yeah, you've definitely got something. Given the project, I would say you need a new roof, full interior remodel. You also need to do a ton of landscaping work, and then you also need to do a ton of pool work. That pool has seen better days. So yeah, honestly, this is the type of rehab that might be like 150K. So
yeah, for sure.
Might cost 100, maybe 150. I'm gonna go 150,000 on this. Damn, how did it get so bad? It's like a hoarder, but it's insane how bad this thing is. So yeah, the thing is, if you buy it for 200, right, you're in it for like 210 with closing costs, and then you put in 150, and then you're in it for 360, and then you sell it for 4, and you kind of break.
I was thinking this. I was thinking me getting it at like, let's just say 150, and then wholesaling it for like 170.
I would get it steeper. I'd go for like 130.
130?
Yeah, and we sell it for 150. I'd get it for 130K. Because
you don't think it can move at 170 with the, because I think at 170 plus 150K rehab would be a what 80K profit, 70K profit.
So it sells for, you buy it for 170, you're immediately in it for 180, and then you put in a rehab budget of, call it, it could be 150, it could be 100. You'd have to send in the contract. I'll go 150.
Yeah, but do the 150. We'll
call it
run
150.
conservative numbers.
At 170, and then you sell it for say 400. Realtor's taking 6% of that. You walk with 376, and you're in it for 330. So you make 46K, but 46K is the type of profit you'd like to make on a Detroit fix and flip, a really cheap one. Here you want to make at least $100,000. So yeah, I'd get it for like 130, maybe even $140,000. But that's reasonable, man. That's reasonable. It doesn't really work at its asking price. I'd get it for 130, and I think we could probably find you a buyer for 150, get you 20,000.
But yeah, no, I was thinking plus like there's so many problems to solve for them. Like, dude, look at the junk, look at the relocation. Like they need to get it gone. And I've gotten discounts bigger than that. So
Right. Yeah.
I figured we could gun for it.
Yeah, dude, I really do think it's a deal if you get it at 130. Even a little higher than that's a deal. I just always like to build in for unexpected stuff. And we also want to have a pretty fat discount to wholesale on market property like this in a slightly higher price point than we're used to in these Midwest markets. But yeah, this is definitely an investor's dream. I think they'd love to take on this project. We just want to make sure we get it at the right price.
And then last question, as long as you feel like, because like I said, it is a big boy project. So like, do you have the confidence of, like you said, you have a big network and stuff. You think we could definitely find someone who's willing to actually take it on though?
Oh yeah. I've got this, there's a guy on TikTok called Chozus, Chozus. He's got like 1 million followers. I had him on my stream the other day, or maybe the other month. And he has a ton of students who are doing fix and flips just like this. The first thing I'd do is I'd hit him up and be like, yo, I got this thing under contract. And honestly, Jake, you probably get it a little higher than 130, maybe 140 even.
I'll shoot for 130. And then insurance wise, like, because I know Cape Coral and Florida with the flood insurance and stuff, you think that plays a part?
I honestly just don't know too much about it.
Okay, bet.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, thank you, Rob. Appreciate it.
Good find, man. Good find. Make it happen.
I got you. Have a good rest of your live stream. I'll catch you guys later.
Catch you later. Bye-bye. Hold on, I gotta text my VA really quick. Okay, next is Joe Rojas. Joe, what's going on, man?
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, I sent you over in your DMs property in Albuquerque. I offered like 28K to take over the debt, but could you like underwrite it and see if it's a good deal?
Yeah.
Also, like the realtor, like so it's not under contract, so please don't share this screen. And the realtor said that I already sent an LOI, and then she said that the seller is like motivated and like wants to do it. I even showed you a screenshot of like what she said.
So I'm hoping it cash flows. I'm really hoping it cash flows because houses in this price point don't really cash flow. The other thing we could have if there's no cash flow is going to be a low interest rate. So we'll look for 2 of those, but those are going to be important. But if there's no cash flow and no good interest rate, the only way to do one of these mortgage takeovers is $0 down. So I see that they've bought it a year and 10 months ago. That probably means 6.8% rate. Yep, 6.77% rate. Unfortunately, not a deal. I'd have to hold you at gunpoint for you to do this deal. Here's the deal. You give me 40K, okay? I give you, I don't. I keep taking money from you. Wouldn't I have to kind of hold you up to get you to do that deal with me?
Yeah, true. It's not good.
Always think about it as what the numbers are. I get it. It's a house. We're taking over debt. That's fun. But always look at the numbers. And the numbers are, hey, man, I've got an investment for you. The investment is 28K down, 5K for my fee, 5 or 6 or 7K for closing costs, so 40K down. Your return on investment is, well, you're going to pay just about $2,700 a month, and you're going to rent for about $2,000, so you'll lose about $1,000 a month. So the investment is you give me $40,000, and instead of giving you money, I'm just going to keep taking and taking and taking and taking from you. It's like robbery, right? It's just like you'd literally have to force somebody. You'd have to coerce them into doing that deal, blackmail them into doing that deal, right? So the way that we get a deal like this, if you want to do a mortgage takeover and you want it to work and it's in a higher price point, I'll go ahead and show you how we do that. This is a deal that I'm doing with one of our group leaders. His name is Jason. He's in the chat with us right now. And I'm going to mute your mic because it sounds like you're inside of a waterfall. This house is listed for about, it's worth about 400 and they owe $400,000. I found this thing on Buy Box Cartel, specifically the resource we have in here called Lightning Leads. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen on this. I'll talk about how I found this. This was the entire point of our live stream yesterday. So if we go to Control Panel and we click on Lightning Leads and we go to Phoenix, Arizona, and honestly, let's go to Cape Coral because it's so much more common here. Cape Coral, Florida. Oh shoot, my boat tower's calling me. But we can find these low equity people who's willing. I got to take this. Sorry. Hey, Malcolm.
Hello, Richard.
Hey, I dropped the money off at the front office.
Yeah, I heard the program with the boat, but I wanted to make sure that we didn't get our wires crossed.
Oh.
So far, there's no big deal.
Yeah, I told him 4 p.m. Let me go ahead and give him a call.
Okay, I'm here.
All right, thanks so much. Yeah, that's the right place. I think I told my guy, hey, he's picking up my boat at 4 p.m. He'll probably be there around 4:10, 4:15. So I told him that you'd pick up the boat 4 p.m. and I figured that you'd have a little commute over there. But I'll call him and I'll say, hey, can you run down there right now? Thanks so much. Talk soon. Bye-bye. Sorry, guys. I had to get my boat towed. Sucked up something in the engine the other day. Hey, the guy's waiting at Willamette Park with the boat right now. He's a little early. Okay, huge. Thank you so much, Nick. I appreciate it. And then I'll go ahead and get you paid after this. See you, bye. Sorry about that. Anyways, as I was saying, guys, if you want to do mortgage takeovers and you want to pull deals in higher price point markets, you're going to want to do off market. You're going to look up a major city like Cape Coral, and you're going to want to get that for $0 down. And if you're like, well, I don't think I could get something like that for $0 down. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Let's sort equity low to high. Watch this. Ready? And check this out. Here is the first house that I have seen. The first house I'm looking at, guys. Am I sharing my screen here? Can you see my screen? Check this out. So this property here was listed for $285, but they took it off the market. You can see if you go on Zillow and you scroll down, looks like this one actually sold. But this guy was listed for $285. He owes $278. So when he sold this property, how much did he make? He didn't. He actually lost about $10,000 to pay his realtor. So these are people, you always have to check to see if they've sold. All right, guys. So my first step is click to see if they sold. Okay, he didn't sell. He removed this listing. This never sold. He removed the listing. It never, ever, ever sold. Now, this guy would give us his house. I mean, he was trying to sell it for $264. He owes $256. How is that going to go? Let's look at another one. I like Santan Valley. Maybe I can even call one in front of you guys right now. Santan Valley, Arizona. And look at this. This guy was listed for $440. He owes $417. Did he take it off the market or did it sell? He took it off the market. How do I know? It says listing removed. Why did he take it off the market? Well, if you sell for $440 and you owe $417, well, you're going to lose money on the sale after paying your realtor's commission. So I look for one that's a recent removal, like this guy. This guy's a recent removal. He was for sale 47 days ago. And if we click on it, did he sell? Nope, he removed his listing. That's recording an old sale. So see that sale in 2024? That's an old sale. He tried to sell again, but he failed to sell his property. So if you want to do a deal with a high interest rate of 7% like there is on this one, great. Just get it for $0 down, as I will attempt to do right now. So I'm going to grab the seller's contact information and I'm going to call them. And I'm going to ask if we can just take over his mortgage, step into his shoes. Here we go.
Telephone number 254.
I'm going to go ahead and shoot him a text because he was just for sale 45 days ago. I'm going to say, hey, did you still want to sell that thing? I was a buyer for your house on East Mountain Road. I was a buyer for your house on East Mountain Road, but the listing disappeared. Did you still want to sell? I'm interested. And I just shot him that text, and the texts are blue. Guys, do you know what blue texts and a delivered notification means? It means that's his phone number. I wonder if it'll turn red as I'm holding it up right now. Watch this say red. That would be so fire if it goes red. I hope so. But anyways, this is a guy who was trying to sell his house. What happened to him? Well, his house was for sale. He knew he wasn't going to make any money because he's listed for 340 and he owes 340. He was going to lose 10, 15, 20,000 on the sale, depending on realtor commission. So he took it off the market because he was going to lose money. Now, these people are usually willing to break even on the sale, and we can call these individuals and offer to take over their debt to effectively get houses for free. And if you're like, well, hey, I don't know if that actually works. Guys, I have this in closing right now. Check it out. This deal right here, also in Santan Valley, which is the Phoenix Metro. I want to show you this. This house right here, beautiful property, new construction, $400,000. Seller agreed to give it to me for $0 down. And you just cover the mortgage payment. There's no qualification because the mortgage stays in their name. They're letting us take over ownership while they hold the note, which means carrying the mortgage. We call this a subject to deal or a mortgage takeover, a trust acquisition agreement, or there's a million different ways to do it. But you can buy property, not pay off the mortgage, and still own the property. Now, this is how you get houses for $0 down. And the sellers are willing to because they can't afford the mortgage anymore, illustrated by the fact that they needed to sell the property. And they're also willing to because they're going to lose a shit ton of money on the sale, and this allows them to break even. So there's my proof. Now, if you're like, I don't need to buy a house. I don't need to buy a house right now. Well, guess what? You can wholesale these for finder's fees. I have one closing tomorrow for $5,000, mortgage takeover, 4K down, and I've got this one closing in a week or so for $7,000. Now, a lot of people are saying, well, what do you do with it? Rent it? No. This is a strategy for you to live in it, because these are not cash flowing as rental properties. So when the seller agreed to sell me his house for $0 down on 5082 East Diatomite Drive, I was not inclined to buy it myself, even though it's $0 down, right? The way that I did this is I passed it off to somebody who wanted to do a different strategy with it. I collected a finder's fee. Now, I got a question here that says, well, how do we do this? I teach this and hold my hand wholesale. That $20 I told you about, this is part of this. So check this out. See this house right here? This is on Lightning Leads. The program is Lightning Leads. It is a part of Buy Box Cartel. So if you go to Lightning Leads, you can see this guy wanted 343. He owed 338. Why is that a problem? Wouldn't he make 5K on the sale? No, he absolutely wouldn't. Realtors charge anywhere from 4 to 6%. So if you sell for $343,000 and you take 5% off the top, you walk with 325, and you literally owe 338. Do you understand? No credit check, no qualification process, no impact to your debt to income ratio, $0 down. And I want to let you know right now, this is the only time you will ever hear about this in your entire life. There's not going to be I'll just get into it. No. You'll never hear about this again. So if you're open to learning, click the link in my bio. It's literally less than $20, and you can hop into class and watch me get these things on a weekly basis. The website is not free. It cost me money to run that website. It costs you a whopping expensive, wait for it, $19.99 per month. I know, it's crazy. It's crazy. But I gave you an address that I'm doing this on. Anyways, Joe, that's how you find deals that work like that. Let's look at another deal now. Layth, Layth 10. Mr. or Mrs. Layth 10. Explain PropStream versus Lightning Leads. PropStream is a more comprehensive Lightning Leads. Here's my buyer in the chat. He's the one giving me 7K. Can you see what the buyer thought of the inspection? Sorry, Sue, I've been beyond busy today. I just haven't been able to check on that. I'd hit up Quaid. Layth, I'm gonna give you a couple more seconds to respond, man. Layth 10 going once. Layth 10. All right, I'll come back to you. Omar, what's going on, dog?
Hey, Rich. So I'm going to be quick as usual. I got a package deal in Detroit. I just DM'd you the details. It's not under contract yet. But I got a package deal on 155, Section 8, tenant occupied, fully renovated, 2 single families in Detroit.
Okay.
So can we see the number, if the number makes sense or not?
Yeah, so these are rental properties?
Yes, sir.
All right. So when I underwrite a rental property, the way that I look at it is condition and cash on cash return plus discount. Condition, cash on cash return, discount. So hopefully we have all of those things. That makes a perfect deal here. So, okay, it says it's off market on Zillow. Oh, no, it says on market on Zillow. Interesting. Okay. So condition, what do I think? Actually, it's immaculate. It's immaculate.
It's a fully renovated.
Yeah,
Both of them, I think it's fully renovated.
All right. Now your price probably has to be anywhere between 60 and 70 because that's where our deals are most of the time on single family houses, just to hit the 20% cash on cash. I'll guess rent of 1,300. Let's see. 1,400. Excellent. So that means you can offer closer to 70K. So if you rent for $1,400, oh my God. 1,479. Oh, it's 1 year lease. Wow. 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 You're occupied at $1,500 a month, dude. This is
Yes,
heat.
sir.
Okay.
But when I offered them 80, I offered them 75. They said no. I offered them the 80. They said no. I said, the agent texted me later. She said, if you're interested in Section 8 properties, I got another property, which is the second property I texted you about. And I just said, well, if we can do a package deal, I can buy both properties at 155. I don't know if that is a good,
Absolutely.
something
Absolutely.
good.
That's a great
Yeah,
strategy. Really good thinking here, man. I love the way your brain is working. I'm going to check out the second one. Is it Pinehurst?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now I'm just going to confirm Pinehurst's condition and rent. Ooh, Pinehurst is a 2-1. But it looks to me like
that's
it's 2-1's not super ideal. But if it works, it works. So I think we should shoot our shot here.
I just told the agent I'm going to talk to my partner and get back to you. If you have time, honestly, because I know you're busy right now, if you got time, can we call the agent to build some credibility on this offer?
Yeah, I can try to call them now. I still have some more time left in the live stream. So I think
Awesome.
let me underwrite really quickly. So your rent is immaculate. You've got amazing rent. 14 it doesn't get higher than that. Guys, they have a 2-1 rented at $1,290 a month. That is so rare to have that sort of rent here. So that's really
the neighborhood is good as well.
Okay, so $1,290 plus $1,479. Wow, $2,700 coming in. Very, very good. And you offered 150?
155, I guess.
155 works. So let's run it at 165 just for our buyers' purposes. And I'll tell you what I think about the numbers. So your down payment on 165, I think is $33K. 878 is your monthly payment. 878, we're going to use 250 taxes and insurance for the 2-1, 350 in taxes and insurance for the other one. You pay 1478 per month. You're occupied at 2769. I'm going to take off 15% since it's already occupied, and then I'm going to subtract your 1478. This is looking good. You make a total of 875 per month. Per year, you make 10,507, and the total cost of investing in this deal is 43,000. So your cash on cash might be insane on this. Yeah, it's 24%. It's a green light. Green light. Absolutely love this deal. Condition pass, location pass, cash on cash pass, discount pass. Amazing, amazing. You have the ability to make $10,000 on this, and I just want to share one that's in closing with you right now because this is exactly what this is. So this is Glenfield Street, a deal I have in closing with Yusuf right now. We have it at 60K, buyers paying 65 because it's occupied at 1,400 per month. Meanwhile, you have higher rent than that. So very, very good deal. I love how you were able to identify that. That's perfect.
That's awesome. That's awesome. If we're able to close this, that's gonna be my first deal. So,
dude, this is an amazing, amazing find. You've literally crushed it. You couldn't have done a better job. I love what you just did. You want me to call him?
Yes, sir.
So guys, what makes this so amazing is that if you buy this, you get a 24% cash on cash return when we stack a $10,000 fee on top of it. So if he gets it at 155 and we send out to the buyer at 165 and it is currently rented for $2,800 or so, That is a 24% cash on cash return after taking off taxes, insurance, 15% off the top for expenses, and it's occupied. Phenomenal, phenomenal, phenomenal. So I'm gonna pause my screen share, and we are going to jump into a call with the realtor. Did you speak to a Miss Sharon? Hello? Omar, can you hear me?
Yeah, yes, her name is Sharon, yes.
Calling now. And I'm going to record this call, guys, again, because I really like giving you guys these example calls so that you can go back and listen at a later date.
I just texted her that you're going to call her, so hopefully she picks up.
Phone is ringing.
Okay.
Phenomenal phone. What does she know you as, Omar? Does she know you as Omar?
Yes, yes.
Hello?
Hi there, Sharon. My name's Richard Taylor. I'm a landlord in Detroit. You've been speaking to my acquisitions manager, Omar. He's hunting for these rental properties for me right now. He called you on the Auburn property, and then he called you on Pinehurst. And we were hoping to do a package deal for the both, and I wanted to see if you guys were open to that.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. He said 155, and I was just telling them my client said 160. We have a deal.
Okay.
Whoa.
Okay. Do you want to, you think you could meet us at 157.5?
I gotta go back to my client.
Well, let him know I'll throw in all the title fees too. So I'll cover buyer and seller side title fees, not including commission, but all the transfer tax title fees. I'll pay all that. 157.5.
Okay, now will you be closing with our title company or yours?
I use Chicago or Red Carpet Title. Who do you use?
Oh, okay, that's fine. I use I'm with I can't think of it. Fidelity.
Oh, Fidelity's, yeah. I probably want to use Chicago or Red Carpet just because they're so used to closing with us. They give us great closing rates.
Okay, that's fine.
Great.
Well, but we'll probably close with Fidelity.
Oh, you want to do a dual title scenario?
Well, yeah, it's gonna have to be a split because I'm with National Realty Centers, and Fidelity is our partner title company. So we close with them.
Okay.
Is that going to be a problem?
No, I don't think that would be an issue.
Okay. They give us good rates also.
Okay, good. Well, yeah, let's go to him with, and I don't think we've sent you proof of funds. I'm going to send you my proof of funds and then my properties that I have in Detroit. I've got 6 stores in Detroit right now, so hopefully we can come to an agreement on these and get some more down.
Okay, and we'll get the proof of funds once we get everything solidified, and then I need to write up your contract, or you are going to write it up? The purchase agreement.
You know, you can write it up. I think that's fine, unless you want me to write it up.
No, I just need to know who's doing what. That's all. If you can write it, that's fine.
Oh, sure. I think I could write it.
Okay, that's fine. That's wonderful.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I'll go ahead and prepare a real basic agreement for us here. Do you want to get him to accept the offer first? Him or her to accept the offer first?
Yes. Let me give him a call, see if I can get him on the phone, and I can call you right back.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right, thank you. And then this is the number that you're calling. Okay, I got this.
I'm going to text you from my cell. This is my office line. I'll text you from my cell.
Okay. Oh, you're going to text me from your cell.
And
okay,
hey,
good.
you know, I just remembered I'm leaving the country tomorrow. I'm going far overseas to Southeast Asia. Is there a way that you'd be able to do the agreement for us? I got to pack, right after this, I got to pack for the next couple hours.
I can do it. Yeah, I can write it up.
Okay.
I sure can.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Okay, you're welcome. So I'll call you back shortly.
All right. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, you're going to make 10K, dude. You're going to make $10,000. Okay. Wow, dude. This is amazing. This is an amazing, amazing, amazing deal. You have a big discount on this, which is awesome. I got that phone call recorded. I'm gonna send you my proof of funds just in case I'm unreachable. But yeah, this is amazing. So I really love what you've put together here, man. This is great.
Thank you.
Hey, Andrew, can you get the detailer a Phillips head screwdriver? He needs a little bit of help. You know what I mean, Phillips head? I don't think I have one. You might have to run down to Ace Hardware to grab it, but go talk to him. He's concerned. Thank you so much. I had groceries in the back of my car, and then I had those fire logs in the back of my car, and I was driving around, and my eggs were in the back of the car, and my really heavy Duraflame fire logs were in the back of the car. The fire logs squished the eggs, like entire carton, like flattened in the back of my RS6 Avant. Kill me. So I'm like, yo, I'm leaving the country. I gotta get you to come detail this. And the eggs are under a piece of metal in the car in the trunk, and we have to unscrew that. I'm like, oh my God, mid negotiation. I'm like, yeah, it's a Phillips head. Hold on. And then, oh yeah, we can do the deal. A contract. Yeah. Oh my God. I really have to head out here shortly. I'm definitely running out of time to pack. Let's go ahead and log this phone call here because this is an amazing, amazing call. And then I'm going to go get you some resources to get this done. And I'm going to I'll try to follow up with you tomorrow because I'm going to directly sell this to our buyers for you. You don't need to submit this.
Awesome. Thank you, Rich.
Yeah, great work. Great work. So here's the phone. Look like you drive an Avant. Hell yeah. Can we get updated POF? Yeah, just a sec, guys. Just a sec. Okay, so this is an insane cash deal. What makes this crazy is that it's a package deal and it rents and it is rented for $2,800 with a price of $157,500, which is amazing. It's amazing cash on cash return. Love that. So that's heat, dude. Buyers are going to eat that up. Now I'm just going to go ahead and write this in my tracker sheet so I don't forget about it because we have done so many deals today. $157,500 waiting for a counter. Agent's name is Sharon. Not waiting for counter. That's not it. Waiting for acceptance. Agent's name is. Yeah, I'm just so happy he was able to do that. That's just great. So guys, that's how we make money together. He brings me a deal. I sell the deal for him, help him with any negotiations that he needs. And this is a go. So I'm going to turn that yellow because that's a go. Wow. Didn't expect to pull a deal at 4:17 p.m. on a Tuesday, but we did. Great work. Great work. Let's go ahead and get new proof of funds. And then we're going to text the agent, add her to my contacts. Her name is, oh shit, I gotta get her name. I don't know her name. Sharon. Can I get your cell phone number in my DMs, please?
You talking to me?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, come on, stupid iPhone. There we go. Okay. And then his cell phone is coming now. I'm going to say, hey, Sharon, this is my cell. let me know what your client says to 157,500, and then I will get your phone number here. Oh my God, I'm being called again. Holy shit. Sent. Boom. Hey, man.
Hey.
Hey, you get it?
Yeah, I got the vote. Am I just bringing this to SK?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I think they're expecting you.
You think, or we know?
I told them, but I can't vouch for their competence.
That's fair.
Yeah.
How long ago did you tell them?
I told them, like, I texted them yesterday and they responded today at like noon, and I said, hey, probably around 4:30 or so.
Okay. Well, I'm going over there now.
All right. Catch you later. Bye-bye.
All right, yeah.
Does it require money to start? Hold My Hand Wholesale, the education for this is $19.99 per month, but wholesaling is free. You are simply collecting finder's fees for finding discounted properties like the one we just did. Bro will literally make 10K off of this. I swear. We have so many like this in closing right now. This is heat. So that's great. Omar, I've got all of your information here. I'm going to be traveling, so hopefully we can do this on the road. Okay, you're all texted. Great. Y'all wanted updated proof of funds. Okay, I can get you updated proof of funds. Hashtag phone call recordings. Or shit, that's not it. Hashtag proof of funds. Here is going to be the new proof of funds from June 30th. I bought a boat, so I have like 50K less than I did, but there's still money here. That's updated for you guys. There you go. Harris, I'm so sorry, man. I got to pack, man. I don't have time. Omar, continue to follow up with Sharon. I'm going to be a little bit hard to reach over the next 2 days or so, but continue to follow up. I'm going to try my absolute best to get back to you guys, okay?
No problem at all. Thank you, Richard. Really appreciate your help, man.
Quick question. Are you doing this from out of country?
Yes, I'm from Egypt.
That's what the fuck I'm talking about, bro. Let's go. Guys, these Egyptian, how old are you?
23.
That's what I'm talking about. He's younger than me. He's doing this from Egypt. What time is it? Like midnight, 1 a.m.?
Yeah, it's 2 a.m. right now.
Bro, you're going to make more than you see in 3 years if we get this deal done together.
Exactly.
Oh my God. I hope we can get this done, man.
Hopefully it closes.
Yusuf has the same thing in closing right now, and he's done it time and time and time. And he's, what is he on, like deal 8 or 9? Oh my God. So fire. So fire. We got to clip that. Dude, Heat, you're going on TikTok. Great job, man. Okay, I gotta pee really quick. Hold on. Will this work in Canada? Yeah, my house, 45 Baker Road or Drive. I forget road or drive, but 45 Baker Road or Drive was found by a Canadian wholesaler. I paid him $5,000. JT's in Canada doing this. Hey, let me pee really quick. I'll be right back. 1 sec. Oh my God, my legs are sore. All right, guys. 2 more questions. Yes, Maddie, this works in Canada. I've bought off of Canadian wholesalers before. JT, what's going on?
Yo. So I just sent you on your DMs the Birmingham, Alabama. It's actually Birmingham, Alabama. They're asking, well, the ARV is 200, but I tried to lock it in at 70. They came back at 80. You can see in your DMs there.
This thing is stunning.
Well, like I talked to her and she said it is a little bit AI enhanced.
Well, for sure, but the exterior.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I was gonna see what you think because I've
got a buyer.
I was
for
gonna
this right
put
now.
it.
You want me to? If you get this under contract, I sell it.
Well, she came back at 80. So you think 80 is still good?
Probably so. What's ARV?
200.
This is phenomenal. I want to flip this myself. This is so key.
No, that's what I was thinking too. I was like, gosh, I've done plenty of flips, but I'm not. I don't know at Birmingham.
I won't.
I'm gonna go ahead and call. I mean, you can lock it up at 8. You want me to pitch this to a buyer?
Yeah, 100%. Let's go.
Are you cool with $6,000?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not gonna take a cut. I'm just gonna give you the buyer.
Okay.
Use Gold Key TC to close it though.
Hey, Richard.
Hey, I've got a deal for you.
Okay.
It's not last time. I get you what you're
Don't
looking.
scare me, okay? The
I
last
get-
one scared me.
I get, but that also was a banger of a deal. But I get what you're looking for now. Don't say it out loud. We just got verbal offer accepted. It could be yours
Okay.
at 87. ARV 200. Rehab literally looks like 20K.
ARV 200.
Let's
okay.
call it 30K just because there's always shit that we don't know that we're not expecting here. But it looks like the roof is done. It looks like almost everything in here is done. But go on Zillow, look at the photos. I haven't comped ARV. I'm just trusting student on that. But
Okay, well, I'll comp it. Do you want to DM me or text me the
I
address?
texted it to you.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah,
Are you live right now?
I am, but I'm about to head out.
Okay, text me afterwards because I just got off the phone with Max. So
With Matt. Oh, okay. Yeah. He told me a little bit about what you're doing for him. But yeah, this right here is a phenomenal flip. It's cheap. It's low rehab. It's great.
okay, I'll look at it right away. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks so much. Talk soon. Bye-bye. Okay, so that I'm going to DM you the buyer's phone number right now. She's a group leader in Hold My Hand Wholesale. I think we can get you $6,000, or I actually said $7,000 for this. I wanted you to make a little bit more because it looks. So I didn't comp ARV on this, but hold on. I'm going to text this to you.
Yeah.
This is your buyer. And then for the title work, just send it to Gold Key TC. They'll close it for you. I'm not taking a cut. That's your $7,000.
Appreciate it. I also have another one that we picked up in Missouri. It's a 3.1 interest rate. The payment is $400. It's pretty turnkey, actually.
Is it
It's
cool
really nice.
is it cool if I talk to the next speaker here, man? I'm
Yeah, no worries.
strapped for
No
time.
worries, bro.
I'm sorry though.
Have a good trip, though.
Yeah, thanks so much, man. I'm a little nervous, but we'll be okay. We'll be okay. All right, guys. I'll catch you later, but Layth 10, LAYTH 10.
Hey, Richard, how are you today?
I am well. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I sent you a DM with the address of the property.
Checking. Thanks for being so quick with me. What price can you get this for?
I have it under contract for 50,000.
Rehab's a little steep for me, but not necessarily for somebody else. This looks my contract.
I was just hoping you could review it for me.
Yeah.
Give me some feedback.
Is this a single or multi? Single. Okay.
It's a single.
Single. Cool. Love a single. Well, you've definitely had some water damage. That's why the walls are stripped like that. And then I can see that inside the walls, it's also a little bit destroyed. So we're going to have to strip that as well. This rehab is probably about $70,000, which is okay. People are down to do renovations like that. The zip code 48204 is a little bit of a crime zip code, but not terrible. I'm going to zoom in and I'm just going to see what the ARV is on this thing, giving you some feedback. Your beds and baths are looking like 3.2, 2,300 square feet if we finish the basement. So 3.2, 2,300 square feet, 3.2, 2,300 square feet. ARV appears to be high. Oh, yeah. This is heat, dude. This is fire. Wow. 248, 270, 270, 275. Dude, your ARV is at least 250.
Really? Because I'm currently right now I'm talking to a buyer that I found on Facebook, and he's lowballing the numbers. I had the numbers around 150 of the ARV. He's lowballing it. He's saying like he gave it at first, he gave it 110, and then now he's giving it 130.
You're talking to a wholesaler, dog. That's not a real buyer. I want to show you this. Look at this. This is identical to your property, right? It's the same layout, that brick thing, one door right here. It's the same thing, right? Your property is right. This is that property. Your property is like right here. It's like the neighbor's house. It's like 2 blocks down. And then you've got this guy right here, 220, right? I mean, that's a little bigger, but not very much bigger. I could see an argument for closer to 200,000, but this thing right here, I mean, if you do a full top to bottom rehab on this, yeah, I mean, that's a distressed property selling for 191. You've got this comp right here. Here's what I'm seeing, man. If I zoom out and I look at this, 275, 270, 270, 220, 248. And then I don't necessarily think that these houses are renovated here, but yeah, you have over 2,000 square feet. That's got 1,500 square feet, man. So yeah, you're talking to a wholesaler. The idea that the ARV is 110 is a joke on this. Like look at this thing. This thing is in bad shape. Look at the floor right there. Right? That's not a renovated property. So when I look at the renovated properties, this is renovated, but it's much, much, much smaller. But yeah, man, this 166, that's a flip, and look at the square footage. I mean, you have a tremendous fix and flip right here. Tremendous fix and flip. You have it at 50, 75. Do we need a roof? Maybe not.
They said the roof is around 6 years old or something like that.
I'm going to text this to my contractor and ask him if he thinks this is too big of a project, because I like your numbers, man. I love your numbers. Let me call my contractor really quick, because I take on projects like this. This would be one of our bigger ones, but I just got to ask him. Jesse, most of the deal.
Hello.
Hey, man, I'm going to send you a property. It's got a really strong ARV. It's a single family, not a multifamily, but I don't know if you take on rehabs this big. So I wanted to just have you look at photos to let me know if that's too big for you.
Okay, just send it to me.
All right, yeah, text me back. By the way, I'm going out of the country tomorrow, and I may be a little bit hard to reach for the next 1 to 2 days as I'm going to be traveling. But I'm gonna try my best to get back to you. I also may lose service in the air and then also overseas, but I will try my best to get back to you.
Okay, no worries.
All right. Talk soon, man.
All right, thank you.
Bye. Okay, I really have to go. My detailer's hitting me up, but Leif, that's a good deal. I like your deal, man. I'll let you know. I am so sorry, guys. I have to go. I don't think I have time for a giveaway right now. I'm sorry. Just to prove to you, look at this. This is the text I just got. Are you almost out? I just have to go. So guys, I will catch you on the next one. I'm sorry that I had to end this. Well, it's the right time to end it, but I had to head out. I will catch you guys later. If there's anybody else who wants to come up here and answer questions, I will leave the live stream open. If you want to play teacher for a second, I would love that, because I know there's way more questions here, maybe Maura or somebody else, but catch you later. Bye-bye. YouTube, guys, it looks like the camera froze. I'm sorry about that. If you guys want to join Hold My Hand Wholesale, the link is in my bio. I know that there's lots of people impersonating me. Please don't fall for it. This is not the first time we've heard of this. Anyways, guys, link in bio. It's the first one. It says join Hold My Hand Wholesale. If you join, take the courses, make sure to show up to the daily classes. Catch you later. Bye-bye, guys.